fast. Whoa, a tragedy hidden in the past. Whoa, all their faces blur in the wake of his laughter. What did they want with me? Never forget your loyalties. Whoa, you are wretched, rotten little beasts. Whoa, look how small you are. Suits caved in with metal scars. Always remember I made you. Behind the mask, there was a man following what you would do. He was a bad, a very bad man. Nothing stopped him hurting you. A magical place lifted up by joy until that man who took our voice killed
Dig up a lifetime worth of dread. Drip on the floor in crimson red. You are in way over your head, so don't carry a blind spot in your eyes. Cut the deceit and cauterize. Questions fan smoke inside your mind. You know there's more than one way to hide a secret. Stuff down the truth in all moments of lives. Burn, burn it up, 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 and stomp the ash. But it'll still come on you in the night. Nightmares gotta eat. History repeats you now. You know, no sleep in the night. The kids aren't alright, oh no. Whoa. Witness a tired and twisted game, making the hunters out the prey. You can be sorry but not safe. Survive. Lingering fire burns inside. Always the brightest in their eyes. Animal rage will have its night tonight. Nightmares gotta eat. History repeats you now. You know, no sleep in the night. The kids aren't alright, oh no. Whoa. They are alright. They are alright. fluorescent lights are muted with sun and shade. Nothing inside this playground is fun and games. You are invited over to come and play. And stay and play and stay and play. You can't escape cause nightmares gotta eat. History repeats, you know. You know. No sleep in the night. The kids aren't alright, oh no. Whoa. They aren't alright. 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 They aren't alright.
I put in a lot of time here, so I recorded a warning for ya. Only got the 9-5 here, but I got more to the story, Lord. Careful, the killer's in the building now. Did you get all the unattended children out? We play hard on the graveyard, but once you're in, no getting out. Oh, so you work in security? Intruder alerts are surely a certainty, including the curse of working security. When your imposter syndrome ends up turning you verbally, pull up your mind and just toggle between. Even if something anonymous jumping off of the screen, the party's popping off, everybody's starting to scream. If you keep up with the monsters, you control your dreams. You picked up the job, now don't drop your guard, cause the pizza's not hot, but the demons are. Started from the pulpit, no apologies if I get you started for all these Chuck E. Cheese. The first animatronic to serenade me with song, and ever since it's like I never stopped singing along. Stuck in a circular circus, it's an eternal loop now. Every remnant of any family fun was up now. Now my years have gone dull cause I'm hard on my grind. Started with the night shift, now I'm pulling full time. Like a Freddy in my veins, it ain't mercury. We lost all the magic behind the curtains. I am an actor when I'm under the lights, because the magic only happens at night. I'm sick of singing songs I wouldn't write. To think I thought that this job would not actually play, cause it was another bad night, but that was last night. Until the next night, nah, 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 nah. Another bad night, but you'll come back right. Until the last night, nah, 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 nah. Late nights are fine by me. In the daylight, I hide my teeth. When I play nice, you might not see this coming, cause I'll be back for another bite. What do you need a clock for? What do you need a lock for? All at a time at once for the audience knocking upon your door. What do they hunger for? Give them the essence of creation at its core. Kids, if you like violence, look into my eyes, soon you'll see from inside them. You should never judge any endoskeleton by his cover. When all his wires are tangled, just work on finding that colors. Because when I come to life, you be wiser to hide. Keep an eye on the time and the light by your side. You can try if you'd like to survive every night. Take my hand, don't be shy, need a friend for the guy. Minimum wage ain't great, but you never know, cause you can take a day job like a stepping stone. Would you prefer a spring trap to a pigeonhole? Now you're a one-trick pony, but you're not alone. No wonder why you keep coming back, playing out the tape just so you can run it back over and over again until there was nothing left. Trying to find the answers you're never gonna get. Another bad night, but that was last night. Until the next night, nah, 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 nah. Another bad night, but you'll come back right. Until the last night, nah, 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 nah. Late nights are fine by me. In the daylight, I hide my teeth. When I play nice, you might not see this coming, cause I'll be back for another bite. I punched my card. 9 to 5 can be real slow.
Hello everyone, my name is Lucifer and welcome back to the Timelapse series. Today I have built the FAZ-MOD movie location with some of my own personal touches as always. This one I went a little bit overboard with. We take a look at F3. If you're looking over at the top left, over here I have a nice 500 frames max usually. As soon as I turn around, I am plummeting a little bit down to 30-40 frames, mostly because of this region here, which you'll find out why. Because of this, when I go inside, I'm just going to turn my render distance down to 11, so I've got less to load. Anyway, so let's just start looking at this. On the outside, it is fairly faithful to the original from the film. Well, in the film, you only ever see the front and a little bit of the side, really. So I kind of had to get creative here. I also decided to include these frame slopes and overall just really get into the frame mod a lot more. These slab edges, walls, panels, slopes. It's everywhere because it helps make a building look a lot more dynamic. I'll try not to use it as much as the next one, I just really like it. So the first immediate change you can see, other than me adding the cutouts and posters and plants, because I love them a lot, is the roof. I don't really like the bright blue, well, cyan, light blue slope going up. It's just me. I do like this part here, where it has these, I don't know what you call these. I guess they're sort of like awnings or archways, just to add a bit of detail and colour. But it was too much for me. So I added this, what I tend to add in a lot of my FiveBlocksAtFreddys builds. I believe I got this idea from the Chuck E. Cheese location. I actually like this change. It also made it so each side technically looks vastly different from one another. And I can't help but get the vibe of McDonald's when I'm here because the red and yellow and the blues. It's just, that's what I get here. So I'm going to try and get a bit faster with these videos because I don't want to be yapping on for too long. Over here we have the entrance for delivery. You have the main delivery, so you deliver food and any other things for the actual pizzeria. Meanwhile, if you come all the way over here, this is where you deliver the electronic components and such. This is where FNaF In is. I'll try not look too much at that right now. A couple of generators for the building. This place being graffitied. And a few things thrown out here and there. No bodies this time, although maybe some evidence has been disposed of. And I did discover these trash bags. They help make this place feel a bit more realistic, because, I mean, there would be trash bags. Let's make a really disgusting sound. So you got trash bags, normal bins, or trash bins, dumpsters. I put these cutouts out here. These are the facility cutouts. I like to think that these were the old cutouts. They bought new ones and they chucked out the old ones, as well as some old robot parts and papers and things and TVs. And then around the side, there is the an emergency exit gate alongside the actual emergency exit stairs, because unlike the sister location one, I actually made it so a fire exit is actually functional. So making our way around, we come here. I added these Q stanchions from Animatronic Containment. They just make it look a bit more inviting and more official sort of thing. We have the lovely Freddy sign. In the build, these were actually indented in the building, but I decided to have them come out a little bit because they are vents, and vents do extrude a little bit, and it adds a bit more depth to it all. And also added a bunch of yellow terracotta within the yellow movie wall to add a bit of decay or just texture variation inside. We have a giant-ass FAZ Entertainment sign. You got to remember what company this place belongs to. And this is the entrance hall. A lot more cutouts. You know me now. I love these cutouts. They are amazing. Bunch of posters of the main stars. More of these Q things to lead you to the entrance, which I unfortunately couldn't have the welcome sign because the only welcome sign in this mod is the one from FNaF 2, which includes the puppet. And that just, normally if it was one of my other FNaF builds, I'd be okay with that, but this is the movie, and I wanted to try and make it a bit more. It's an improvement on the original, but I want to try and keep it in the original, if you know what I mean. Over here we do have the sign-in bit, where we have an old computer to fit the times. It's on the Chucklin's Random Stuff mod. This is a mod that I added in the last video last time, but I never actually got around to using it, and it adds a lot of really nice blocks, and I believe it also that, oh no, it's the FNaF Universe mod actually, adds a bunch of Fancy Candies stuff, which will come and really handy when I get to making Fancy Candies next. Over here we have some plushies that you can possibly buy at the prize station, some t-shirts, a lonely Freddy because I like my Easter eggs. So anyway, that's this area. Kind of hanging stars, some lights. So if we walk through here, we have the main dining room. This room took a while to make because it was so much going on. We have the seating area, obviously. You got the booths of multiple colours with the stained glass. Originally, I thought I'd use a debug stick, but as it turns out, if you use trapdoors, it does the same thing. And it actually makes sense doing it that way too. Got some pizzas, balloons. We've got the smaller tables, quite a lot of them, and it adds variety. We have the drawing wall, with the various drawings, and of course the drawing that keeps the children at bay. And around here, you never actually get to see behind the drawing board, but according to the map layout that I found, there is a really thin section here. So I made that a bit bigger and turned it into a drawing room. So kids will come here to draw on pieces of old paper or whatever, and then anything they draw will be put on the walls here, or if they deemed good enough, get put on the main wall here. And obviously spotlights to light up. Over here we have the arcade. Just a bunch of arcade machines. There was a circular one here in the film. I just couldn't find one like that, so I just went with the Freddy maze. Bunch of normal arcade machines, spinning wheels, claw grabber. This building has a lot of angled stuff, like things at an angle. And there would be one single vent here that might come through, but because of the angle it's at, I just put multiple, so you get what you're given, I guess. Not too big deal. This is just my version of it anyway. So over here we have the ball pit. I actually found this, once again, Chucklin's Random Stuff mod. These are the sky tube plastic netting. This is what you would see in a kids play area in real life. And this is the ball pit block from Management Wanted. I didn't know it existed, but it has an actual ball pit edge to it, and if you jump in it, it gives you the slowness effect and you actually walk around it. We got these pinball machines that were in the film. Probably not these exact ones. I think they're actual real life pinball machines, but I like these. Pretty much chica pinball machines. Some more of the gang plastered everywhere. And the main stage! I actually really like how this came out. It's a much more realistic stage. More grounded in reality, given that, you know, the film takes place in a more realistic setting. So you've got actual trusses at the back to hold up the backlighting. I couldn't really fit the clouds because of the angle it's at, once again. But I did have these cutouts of trees and bushes that I think look quite nice, that I've also put around the building. More spotlights, red curtains. I've been using these frame blocks a lot. It really helps add a lot to the scene. I don't know, just works well. Also, the showtime button doesn't do anything. I couldn't actually think of what to set up to do, and there's no showtime, like, sign or anything like that, unfortunately. So, oh well, you get what you're given. Over here is Foxy, one of my favourite animatronics. And I actually think it's really damn good. It's loud. These are from the FAZ-MOD mod. This is the cinematic skins, obviously, because they're from the film. And they look really nice. But the restrooms, these are just, you know, the usual restrooms. I discovered these from the Ultimate FAZ mod. They're just more realistic urinals. So I managed to fit 2 in here for the men's toilet. Wait. Oh my god, wait. Oh, these are the wrong way around. Oh, hold on. There we go. So for the men's toilet, yeah, I put in that. And for the women's toilets, there isn't any. It's just stalls. I can't believe I screwed that up. Whoops. And the restroom sign. We have an access from the kitchen, where the food comes from. Kitchen, I'll get to in a minute. The prize quote-unquote corner. This was quite fun to make. We got the Freddy that does the whole horror in the film. So, presents, coins. These are hyper-realistic, like, looking FAZ coins. I don't know why. Like, this bucket as well. This is, like, the quality on this texture is really high. So, yeah, I guess these plushies can fall into that too. But I like them. Makes it fit the film a bit better. A bunch of staff doors. Like, this one takes you to the entryway. And I believe that's this room done. Oh, yeah. I added these floating clouds because I really love the decorative clouds from Project NIGHTSHIFT, and I added a bunch of wall lights on the back of them because they can attach, and it lights up the area up perfectly. Oh, lighting, skylight. The skylight's a little bit bigger than what it is in the film, but I like it. I really like how much light and how much more open the place feels when this is here. And it doesn't look as insignificant as the other one. And I also, once again, used the framed mod to add some hash slab glass to make it look a bit better, more curved. And I like it. I actually really like what I've done. Over here, we have the office hallway. Of course, this has the office on the left, which is fairly in line with what you see in the film. I made sure to include the Nebraska poster. That's quite important to this. I couldn't fit all the monitors. There was a lot going on in the FNAF movie. But these all do work. There's 11 cameras all set up around the place. Got the TV where you saw Shadow Freddy. The mirror where it would say it's me, but I put it up here. This does nothing, but this turns the lights on and off in the entire building. Yeah, I've added functional lighting. Let's go here. This is the main delivery room. This is where all the food and stuff gets handled. There's this white van that I got from a van key from the Multiverse of Freddy's. I didn't know this was a thing. I thought it was a boss of some sort. But I mean, you can't drive it. It's just an entity. It's nice having more than just the purple guy vehicle. There's nothing much going on here. Here is the connecting hallway, connecting the prize corner, the office corridor. Over here would be the fire exit, but I had to extend it a little bit for the size of the building. So this is now the staff corridor where you have the fire exit, but you also have the staff room. This is something that I add in like every build I make. It's just a staff room. This one's probably a bit better than my usual ones. Got a much better looking kitchen. I've got a little vending machine. These are lockers from the Chucklin's mod again. Much better looking lockers. More realistic as well. Just a couple of tables, a bunch of junk as well because they can't be bothered cleaning. Bunch of chairs and stuff is in these halls as well as posters. Back into here we have the kitchen. This was a pain in the ass to like actually lay out, but I'm very happy with how it came out. You've got this part here, which is quite important to have the fridges here where you find Carl the cupcake inside, and she could always stand about here next to the big ass fan. It's a bit smaller than this, but I love this fan being here specifically. Makes it feel a bit more active as well. Then we have the centerpiece with the cooking stuff, including these fryers that I found from the Ultimate FAZ-MOD. I wish I found these sooner, because these would have worked in so many builds. Bunch of stuff everywhere, cups, these pizza boxes. I use invisible item frames to put some knives and pizza cutters down. TVs, another camera for the kitchen. Posters, what's this called? The cash register for managing the food. And a phone for managing any orders, or just phones from the boss. So back here is the utility halls. This is one of my favourite rooms, weirdly enough. I actually mixed a lot of blocks together here, plus obviously the fan's one of my favourite things. There is a stripe that goes along the utility halls in the film that I can sort of see, that I added with stripped logs with the frame block mod. Now, this would be at an angle, but I just dreaded the thought of having to build something like this at an angle. So I Minecraftified it and made it a bit more blocky and just put a right angle. So the closet, my favourite room, is slightly off where it would be. I mean, it still kind of works. It's just not in the exact place that it was in the film. So minor change there. You got access to the kitchen here, which leads all the way around here where your frames are starting to drop more. So if we go in here, this is the back room where we have the Ella plush suit. With her spring locks exposed. This was really cool. I'm really happy this was here because this is very important to this room in particular. There's this humongous Freddy plush from the CS FNaF mod. Had to include this here. I would love to own this thing in real life. Bunch of junk around here, out of order signs, posters, bunch of junk. I consider this possibly the safe room. There is a door here in the film, we just never see what's in it. But I assume this is where Golden Freddy or Fredbear is placed. So there's a bunch of Fredbear's Family Diner stuff in here. I assume this is where William is placed after he gets spring locked. And yeah, kind of similar to my FNaF 1 build, but a lot more down to earth. This is the laggy room. Can you guess why? This room is filled to the brim with endoskeletons, wires, heads, boxes, tables, chairs, posters, speakers, Shreddy Faz chair, which is animated, which is actually pretty cool. This is classified as a hostile mob, so I've had to enable this into easy. If I put it in peaceful, it'll disappear. More cutouts, old computers that do make clicky noises, which is very satisfying. We have the Yellow Rabbit from Management Wanted. This is Matthew Lillard, of course, with his more film-accurate spring lock suit, which honestly looks really cool. I'm actually very happy this was included. Of course, this has a giant garage door that leads outside to the dump and the delivery zone. I also included Sparky, although in the film it might not actually be Sparky, it could be Bubba. Or Bub, was it Bubba? Bub, yeah, it's the MCM made it. And then, of course, Shadow Freddy. Although I think in the film it's not actually Shadow Freddy, it's just an uncolored Freddy suit. So it's just a spare suit. Around here, this does lead to the backstage area, where these are massive. There was a bunch of guitars from the FNaF Universe mod. I like to think that these aren't actually this big, but these are Bonnie's backup guitars, be it for festive events, rockstar events, more birthday stuff. It's like a birthday cake looking guitar. Different designs for his guitar, backup cupcakes, hooks, microphones, posters, boxes, and then access, of course, to both stages where you could come and grab the animatronics or whatever. And I think the last thing to look at would be here. Around this corner is the fire exit. It's kind of hard to make out in the film, but I do think there was actually an upstairs. Or, well, not an upstairs, but like an up exit, which probably does lead to the actual roof. But I had it lead to the side, where you would go down here to exit in case of a fire. Which, once again, like I mentioned earlier, makes every side look different. This one's more plain because it has the fire exit. This side over here is a bit like the front, but without the signs, basically. This side is a little bit like the other side, but a bit of colour splashed in, and then the little garage, not the garage door. And then, of course, the front, which is very Ronald McDonald-esque, and has the more inviting, warm entrance. As well as this sign here. A sign would be up in the sky, but I want to try a ground sign to make it a bit more interesting. And I added a bunch of trees, because, you know, I can't make this without adding an ungodly amount of trees. Plus, it helps the area feel a bit more closed in and kind of hugged by the forest, which helps a lot. And I have a road going this way and a road going that way. Hold on. There's really no reason to have my chunks at 632. So there's a lot of area flattened here. I've moved from super flat for the purpose of having multiple layers. But I just wanted this island here, this bit here, to be flat and have FNAF 1, I'm thinking Finest of Candies here, then Jeff's Pizza over here, and then my custom pizzeria would probably be placed over here when I fix this place up a bit more. So yeah, this was my Five Nights at Freddy's movie build. This was a hell of a lot of fun to make, I'm not going to lie. I'm very happy with how it came out. It's very faithful to the original with my own personal touches, as always. Like, this is a rebuild, remember, this is not a one-to-one recreation. Yeah, I just hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed building it. So next time will be Finest of Candies 1. Will be a bit more tricky given that I don't have access to everything, all the animatronics and stuff. So once again, thank you all so much for watching this video. I cannot wait to work on candies, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!